before you move to the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex this year, there are a few things you need to keep in mind. In this video, I'll share 5 things that I think you should know because they can definitely shape your experience in the DFW area, and we'll talk about everything from navigating the housing market to surviving the Texas weather. What's up, friends? I'm Jeremiah Mensah, your service-oriented realtor, and if you're looking to buy or sell a property in the DFW area, click that first link in the description below for a free, no obligation call. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is what is the cost of living and what is the housing market like in DFW. So you should know that while DFW is more affordable than other cities like New York or Boston or San Francisco, it can be a little more expensive than other metro areas in Texas like Austin or San Antonio. The median home price in DFW was about $420,000 compared to the national median price of about $400,000. Now, of course, this will depend on where in DFW you live, and these are 2023 stats because we don't have the entirety of 2024 stats yet. But just know that depending on where you live in DFW, you might be a little above the national average, or if you're a little farther from Dallas, then you could be looking at up to 7% below the national average. This also applies to rent prices, so you're looking at a range of about $1,200 to $1,700 per month for a 1-bedroom apartment. And again, this will depend on which part of the DFW area you live in. Now, one good thing about Texas, which is one reason why a lot of people are moving here, is we have no state income tax, but they have to make that money somehow. So our property taxes can be a little higher than you'd expect in other places. For the DFW area, you're looking at a range of about 1.6% at the low end to about 2.8% on the high end. In terms of utilities, DFW tends to be higher than the national average, but our grocery prices tend to be lower than the national average. Now, as far as market conditions are concerned, because there's so many people moving to Texas and Dallas specifically, you can expect some competition when it comes to shopping around and finding a home that suits your needs, that's also in your budget. But the good news is this is also encouraging more new construction projects, especially if you're willing to go outside the main metro areas. So if you're looking at places like Denton or Red Oak or Forney and Anna, Melissa, these places that are a little bit outside of the main metroplex, you'll find a lot of affordable new construction homes or affordable homes that were built some time ago as well. Okay, so what is it like to commute in the DFW Metroplex? Now, I will tell you this, to be honest, if you're coming from a place like New York where you're used to lots and lots of public transport like buses and trains and rail stations and things like that, don't expect the same level over here in Dallas. Now, yes, of course, we have train stations and there are also other projects in the works, and we have buses that run especially in Dallas or downtown Dallas. But if you're living anywhere outside the main city or if you're in any suburb of DFW, you most likely would need a car. One great thing about the Metroplex is there are so many highways that you can take to get to the same place, but it can get confusing sometimes, so I guess that's also a con. And also, once again, because so many people are moving here, our highways are being expanded, and so there's so much construction everywhere, and that can worsen the traffic that already is here. But depending on where you are, let's say you're in Frisco, you're looking at about a 45-minute drive to Dallas without tolls. If you're in Denton, it's about the same thing, and so you can plan ahead based on where you are. I wouldn't say that traffic is horrible. It's definitely not on Los Angeles level of traffic, but it can get pretty bad. So definitely factor in your commute time, especially if you're gonna have an in-person job once you're in Dallas. Hey, real quick, can you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you're getting any value from this? Thank you, I appreciate that. Now let's talk about some of the best neighborhoods and suburbs to live in once you're in DFW. This, of course, largely depends on your situation and what vibe you're going for once you move here. So if you're looking for a more laid back, chill vibe, then of course a college town like Denton would be more your speed. Or if you're going for more of the urban vibe, then of course Dallas or Fort Worth would be great. Some of the safest neighborhoods you'll find in Frisco or Plano or McKinney. And if you're looking more into a place that can expand and has room to grow, then you're looking at a place like Red Oak and also Denton or Argyle or Melissa or Anna, Forney. There are so many places that you can choose from, but once again, it comes down to your preference. So do some more research into these suburbs. I'll definitely make more videos about these specific cities and choose from there. Comment down below what you're looking for in a city. Are you looking for something that has a vibrant nightlife, or are you more into culture and arts and things like that? Let me know in the comments below. All right, number 4, let's talk about the job market. Now, it turns out that Texas is in the top 2 or 3 states that people are moving to for job opportunities, and Dallas and the DFW area is definitely near or at the top of that list in Texas. DFW is home to huge companies like AT&T, Toyota up in Frisco, Southwest Airlines, Texas Instruments, of course. And last I heard, Google has leased this property in Fort Worth, so you can expect some more jobs coming to that area as well. So I'll say that the tech space especially is booming in DFW, even in places like Plano and Las Colinas or Irving. If you work in law or the financial sector, you also find no shortage of companies to work with. All right, number 5. Now let's talk about this Texas weather. With Texas and the DFW area, you should definitely know that our summers can get as hot as 100+ degrees. I mean, I've seen 115 degrees. So depending on your heat tolerance level, you might want to make a decision based on that. I'm okay with the heat. I can't really handle cold that much. So it's a good thing for me that we don't really see severe winters, except every now and then, like in 2021, where there's a freak winter storm or something that happens to shut everything down. Besides things like that, anomalies like that, Texas winters are pretty mild. Another thing to note is that especially in the spring, we can have some severe thunderstorms and some tornadoes, even though it's been a while since I saw a tornado in DFW itself. Sometimes it's a little outside, but it just depends on what kind of year we're having, I guess. Because our weather is pretty mild for most of the year, there's so many outdoor events that you can take part in, especially if you're an outdoorsy person. So if you enjoy hiking or biking, we have the trails for that. If you enjoy boating, we have the lakes for that. If you enjoy outdoor festivals, I mean, every city or almost every suburb has its own festivals that it holds throughout the year. So outdoor activities are covered, and as long as it's not raining or hailing or there's no tornadoes or it's not excruciatingly hot, you do find the weather is great most of the year. All right, that's 5 things you need to know before moving to DFW. Now, remember to click that first link in the description if you're in the market for a home or if you're trying to sell your home. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care and God bless you.